It's on? Okay. He didn't teach me that part. Right. Like the president. Yeah, by the green folder. I know, today, because it melted, so. Well, she brings a package, she just sits here. I can't kick you, I'm too far away, but. See them all lined up on the table for you? Where the bar is
I
recorded.
didn't think Amy was here.
She's changed.
She did, he is home, I think.
Yeah, she did make it home. Your new helmet is in with your gear.
Hopefully I won't have to use it.
Hopefully not. I just called Charles for sure you didn't forget.
Amy would have had these all out.
Hey, look, I put them on the table. She didn't do that.
I know you did it, I didn't realize they went out.
You have to get it all set up first.
I'm not in practice.
Out of practice. How come these clock is different than the other one?
I don't know, what's this one say?
Wow.
I go, this one says 4:58.
That's why you started 9 folks.
Yeah. You made it, bro.
Slide it in.
I think I did it.
Looks like it is.
All right, yeah.
If you check it online,
I don't know how to. Huh?
YouTube.
Oh, God, I don't do YouTube.
I'll.
Yeah, thank you.
Close enough? Call a meeting to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Wait a minute. Must have warrant, I didn't see him in there.
They're all on the table lined up for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Get 'em
I figured you
back out.
would, yeah.
Anybody's doing any errors or omission from the town and area selectmen meeting minutes for January 21st, 2025?
I'll make a motion, we accept them as read.
I will second that.
Been moved and seconded that we accept town and area selectmen meeting minutes, January 21st, 2025. All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor.
In favor. Any adjustments to the agenda?
No.
Any announcements?
No.
Public comment?
No.
There's no public hearings or anything,
No.
so we wanna get right on to the interlocal thing or the comprehensive thing? Like,
Well, interlocal is first, so I might as well get that, get it over with. That's the lengthy one on your table. We had a committee meeting, I didn't make it, Jake did. And Sharon, she wrote up a sheet saying what the changes were that she made on the interlocal agreement. If we can get passed through all these, the three select boards, then it has to go to town meeting to be approved. Ours is May, Bethel's is June, and Hanover's is when, October?
October,
Yeah, so,
So we got some time.
well, we wanna get this part done, so we can, you know.
And this is a piece of it for the stickers.
Yeah, but if we do the interlocal agreement first, then we'll talk about the stickers afterwards.
Yeah.
The big change on the interlocal agreement was the allocation of costs. It used to be two separate percentages. And over the years, they got changed, nobody can tell us why. I can't find any of my old stuff telling us why. From when it was set up for Scott Cole, Sylvia, and Dwight way back. So the percentages were, costs allocated were 55.32, 38.92, and 5.76. And then when you go down below, there was another one that was subtotal with the construction debris and all that stuff, the percentages were different there. So we eliminated the bottom section and we're just gonna do it all with the same percentages from the top section. She just kind of rounded them off. Instead of 55.32, she put 55% for Bethel, NEWRY 39%, Hanover 6%. And then there is, we were paying a 2% admin fee. They asked for 5, but I said I'd go to 3. So she did put in a 3% admin fee instead of 5, up from 2, because it's been the same for 20-some years, so. Thought thought well, 3% was okay.
Like an admin fee, cause they.
Because they do all the billing and,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
paperwork to do the billing.
yeah, they receive all the bills from Casella and then match them to the slips, and they do all the workman's comp and all that stuff. So, I figured that was, you know,
One
that.
thing I brought up at the meeting, but they didn't, a while back, we had talked about operating expenses, we'll say the electric bill and
Yeah,
some of that stuff is split equally 3 ways.
yeah,
And I didn't see anything in there about that, but that was before she got there.
right. I think everything, electric, phone and everything was always split up in that percentages.
You know,
So now it's just, it's gonna be the, well, we agree. She has recommended it, that it's the 55.39 on
Because we had.
So all that stuff would be included in that
Yeah.
percentage?
This is what one of the bills looks like now. Should make copies, I guess, but I'll show you that, but that's how we get our bills, and she's gonna reformat that also, that's just been set up from before, and it's quite, I guess it's quite complicated to get the numbers.
So I was also reading this, and wasn't Scott Cole their representative at one point?
He's Hanover's representative right now.
That may change.
But in this, and it wasn't a new section, it said the two representative must
Be
be,
from the town,
right,
that they're registered to vote in.
Yeah.
We did discuss that at previous meetings, and Tink said they discussed it again. So,
I mean, that was not a new thing.
no, that's, and it's still in here saying that he's supposed to.
Right.
So, yeah, Hanover's gotta step it up and get Lori or somebody to be in the board. We're thinking maybe her husband.
I mean, it says right here,
Yeah,
shall be registered voters of the town which they represent, so.
Right.
They're clearly not following the rules, so
exactly.
I say they don't get a vote until they do.
Well,
Okay,
That's my opinion.
They did have a representative there.
yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah, Jim Barker was there, he's their other representative, but. So it has been discussed, and I think my understanding is they're supposed to be working on getting something.
Well, they did say that till the increases started coming, it brought interest to it. So the interest is what's
Right,
bringing some more members, I guess.
yeah. So, I don't know if you have any questions on this part of it, or if you like the looks of that.
How did they determine Bethel was gonna go down 3%, we was going up 4, and Hanover was going down 6?
By what it was
That one.
before. Oh, it's over there. Yeah, just go. Let's see. Well, that's all right, it says right here.
Yeah,
So this is what we were, how it was broke down before. For, this was the top half of the bill. So this half was, these are the percentages for this half of the bill. These were the percentages for the lower half of the bill.
So they just take the average?
So she kind of went by this, right here. She did the top half, allocation of costs. So the whole bill will be this way, not split into two. How they get up these percentages, nobody can seem to tell us. They were set up between Scott, Sylvia, and the White way back. And in fact, they were different at one point, but I can't find any copies of the stuff that I had saved.
Well, they didn't actually even have meetings for
Yeah.
5 or 6 years.
Yeah. I know the last time I had talked about it, well, when I was here, NEWRY, was when Jim Doyle was there. And that's when they were talking about the pay per bag and all that type of stuff, but, so that's where the percentages come from, this section. I don't know, this switch here, that could be bad. So with this bill, if we did this bill, the 65,000, our percentage would have been 26,000 instead of 20. They billed us 20,860, and I was, with the full percentage, would have been 26,352. Hanover's went up a little, and Bethel's went down, so. But,
that how it's gonna work if they do put the scale in, or that we're gonna pay that,
This would be what we pay,
would be the 39% of it?
Yeah,
Yes.
the scales is gonna be more for construction debris.
right,
And not local everyday trash.
right, but at the back of it, at the end of this, email that she sent us, it talks about the stickers, and then it talks about the scales. The scales is on the third page. But my understanding is that would be our cost of the scales unless we talk about doing it different, I think. Would like each board to commit to the percentage of the cost that they would contribute. So if we got the scales, then this would go down, because the contractors would be paying more on the scales. This counts construction debris and everything else.
I didn't start this,
Oh, whoops. Brooks has got us on tape. I mean, hey, if you wanna think about it, I mean, I'm not telling you to decide right this minute. I mean, of course, they'd like us to, but we got another meeting.
One of the things that there was, I was looking for it here, but there'll be 2 representatives from each town.
Yeah.
The operator of the transfer station and the Bethel
Yeah.
town manager
Yeah,
would be on the committee.
and that's in solid waste recycling board. There should be a solid waste recycling board comprised of a total of 6 members, 2 from Bethel, Hanover, and NEWRY. The solid waste board will also include the Bethel town manager and Bethel Public Works director, who will serve as ex officio members. So they wouldn't be the members, they would have to have 2 other people. Because Scott Sumner has been around and he's the one that runs the transfer station, so he would be there, and then the manager is the one that does all the minutes and usually runs the meeting. But if you wanna read it more and come up with a few more questions, I can ask her, and then we can get it back to her next meeting.
I couldn't really read it on my phone.
No, I know. I'm with you. I have to print it out and I highlight stuff and, yeah.
Since we're the first ones to have a town meeting.
Right,
we
Bethel's
can-
meeting is
We
tomorrow
can
night.
easily
Right,
go another meeting before we have to make a decision on it if somebody wants to.
yeah.
I think I just will wait and see if Bethel's gonna agree to it, because they never seem to agree to anything yet.
Exactly,
I mean, that's much as my feeling.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, they're kind of,
I'm kind of shocked that we're getting all this because they were so anti-everything before.
Right, well, they've got a pushing
They're-
town manager, she's been,
The people from Bethel are there at the meeting, which there wasn't very many, but they were beginning to lean more towards
Yeah.
the scales.
right,
Well, it literally just makes sense. I don't know
Yes.
if that's why they don't want to do it, or...
right. So we can table that part and go on to talk about the transfer station stickers proposal?
And that's something that they would like to propose to go into
Yeah.
effect in the 1st of June.
Yeah,
So we kind of need to put our 2 cents worth in
Yeah.
on it.
that's on the bottom of her email, page 2. And it's right now you pay $5 for a sticker and it's good forever. She's proposing what a lot of other towns do. You get it's gonna be a $10 fee, it's gonna be a 2-year sticker, and you have to come in, prove residency, and your vehicle license plate number will be on your sticker. And if you're a landlord, they have to come in and get the sticker and provide it to their tenant to use for however long they're, like say they rent it for 6 months, it would be good for 6 months if, you know. Construction people, if you had somebody come work at your house, bless you, you would have to come in and get it, tell them that the contractor has X amount of time he can use it for.
So if you have more than 2 vehicles that you might use, you have to buy 2 stickers for $2.
$20.
Yep.
Because they want the license plate.
Right.
Yep.
Or whatever, I don't know, but,
Yeah, well, because some people will come in and say they don't know
Yeah.
where they live.
yeah.
And I think we have people from
My,
other towns.
my suggestion to that was having a different colored sticker for each one of the towns, or something different, so that down the road, we wanna get a handle on which town's doing how much delivery.
Right,
Somebody could sit there with a clipboard, okay, that's NEWRY, that's Hanover,
Yeah.
that's Bethel. But
Well, my thing is, are we gonna allow them to enforce
that's,
this?
that's the problem that I see, but
well, that's always been the problem, I mean, they do turn people away, but they're the ones that get the brunt and how, you know,
Right.
and I always said, if, you know, call me, I would've gone, or call the sheriff's department if you had to. But it's pretty sad that you'd have to call the sheriff's department, because somebody's being a jerk about what to tell them.
one of the
But it has
cases,
happened.
one case happened, I don't know if you were there then or not, but somebody wanted to dump it, and they wouldn't allow them, so they went out beside the road, and they called the sheriff's department, and the sheriff come down and said, geez, you might as well let them in, because if they don't, they're gonna be down the road and
Yeah.
dump in the ditch.
A lot of them, yeah. One guy threatened that he was gonna go burn it in the woods. We told him, go ahead, it was happening to somebody we know very well. But he brought it from West Paris. Go to the West Paris dump, not ours. So we think this will help us with the,
Well, it's better than our $3 lifetime sticker that we had.
right,
I mean,
It, will help to offset the deficit.
a little bit.
But what are you gonna do about the ones that aren't residents?
They come in, they have to come in
Yeah.
and show it. A lot of them, we register a lot of non-resident vehicles, so that won't be a problem. But if it's a landlord, you know, say, that person will have to come in. So whoever bought Jason Sarah's house, or whoever takes care of their house, would come in. The landlord would have to give that person a letter, and that letter would have to come here, and we'd have to put it on that.
That's what they would show at the
Yeah.
dump, at the transfer
They
station.
would, yeah, we'd have to give them a sticker with certain dates on it and stuff.
So they're gonna have a big list
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sure they're not gonna check it every time.
No, they're gonna look for the sticker. We're gonna give them people a sticker. They're not gonna have a list. People are gonna have a sticker.
it's gonna be on the sticker,
Yeah.
the date and the.
So what happens if they don't have a sticker? You're gonna turn them away and?
Well, that's what they say, but,
That's,
yeah.
I guess it's how far the confrontation wants to go.
Right. I still like Jim Largis's idea. Should be like an easy pass.
Then you come in, you get a bill.
Yep,
But then,
but yeah.
if you don't pay it, then what
What
happens?
happens? Exactly. Then we find your trash in the woods. Right.
Now, it's skin box.
I mean, you'd have the easy pass, but then, like I said, how much is it gonna be worth to send out a bill every,
Yeah.
and then,
At least this, they wanna do like the stickers every 2 years.
Yeah,
I mean, I know that Sex for Us residents
but,
have to pay more than $3 for a lifetime, or the lifetime of your vehicle, but trash is
Yeah.
expensive.
yeah.
I guess it's better than what we're doing right now.
It's a start.
Yeah, I mean, I'm for it.
I'll make a motion that we go with the plan for the stickers for the transfer station.
I'll second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we go with the transfer station stickers as proposed. All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor.
Even if it's gonna cost me $30 for 3 vehicles.
Well, it is, I mean,
Yeah.
some people might be more, some might be
Yeah.
only 10, but
Yep,
I can see it's gonna cost me 20 already, but.
It's gonna cost Uncle Mike 10.
No, he's just gonna quit going to the dump, he'll have to.
he doesn't go
He
anyway.
doesn't go anyway.
You go to the Andover dump.
Yeah.
I go with his truck.
I do my own. And the third item on her thing was the scales. You've got a map in front of you of it. A survey Jim Barker did, he's a professional surveyor. He assessed the area, the transfer station, and provided survey plans showing us that they have room as recommended by the main scales to install scales. The Solid Waste Recycling Board would like to recommend each select board to support adding a warrant article to the next town meeting warrant to support adding scales to the transfer station.
We actually already voted on that.
Did we?
I believe we did.
We voted for scales
Yes.
at one point,
Yeah,
but there again,
but,
when
yeah. I don't think we put it on a warrant, we haven't put it on a warrant at town meeting, no, but we
No,
did
but
talk
we
about it
did,
here,
did
that's
it
right.
as a select board, I
Yes, we
believe.
did, I think you're right. The approximate cost for the foundation scales is under 90,000. The scales will pay for themselves in the first year. An assessment was done to show that based on the tonnage that would have gone over the scales in the last 12 months would have taken in approximately 250,000, which we have that too. Our construction debris tonnages and costs increase every year. She is doing a spreadsheet showing the tonnages and disposal and stuff, she didn't have it done yet. So we'll have that for another meeting, so. But,
Well, I definitely think we need the scales. We talked about this 20 times, I feel.
yep, I agree. I've been pushing for them for 8 years or so.
Well, I mean, and the proof is in the numbers, as we already know.
Right.
so what's this arrow going off up here? Is that like a,
That's probably, I think that's where the shingles go.
Oh, the one to the right? This one? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that goes where the shingles go.
Yeah.
Which would be weight.
Right, they come in, go over the scales, go over the shingles, and then come back around and
Back
go over
around
the
and
scales
go
again.
over the
yeah,
scales.
this is scales out, but then it
Yeah.
got kinda going, is this where they're gonna be, depending on what it is, dumped?
So it
Up
goes,
in this area?
that goes where the compactors are now. So you come in, you go over the scales, wherever they are here, and then construction debris and stuff's up here, shingles over here.
The
It
only,
looks like that one's got you coming back around.
You do
Yeah.
come back around.
You have to come back
Yeah.
around.
the
and
the
get
same way
weight.
you
Oh,
do
yeah.
You
now.
have to go over the scales, yeah, again.
So these are still the same ones that are extra that are there now.
Yep,
What are these two over here?
that's probably the
Electronics.
That's where like the TV
TVs
things
and stuff,
and
yep,
go.
Buildings, it says, but
yeah, well, it's the Conex boxes. Out of there.
The one that they get down, right?
Because it's got the bathroom.
that's where the
Yeah.
TVs and
Yeah,
refrigerators,
Yeah.
well,
yeah,
TVs.
yeah, yeah,
This must be where the fuel tank.
yes.
Yeah. I know when I didn't remember is the building with the wire cage. Like,
Yeah, that's where they used to put the propane tanks.
okay,
I mean, so the only thing that changes is just that outside section will be where the scales are.
Yeah.
This one here, is that where the bottle
Yeah.
redemption thing
Yeah.
is here?
I don't think it's quite
down that far, but they've got it down that far,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's more like back across from the scales, but
Yeah, I do too. A little long way.
Is there gonna be room to go down through there, or?
They say there is.
I don't see why there wouldn't be, you can,
the lane two is already there.
right,
The pedestrian lane, I don't know what that's, how big that is, but,
I don't know how many people are just walking their trash down there.
you know, I quite often do, I'm gonna take the lane two because I only have one or two bags,
Right.
and there's somebody stopped doing cardboard, so you can't get all the way around.
Yes.
And the scales, which it doesn't show the building,
Yeah, where
At
that
the end of
Foreman building or
yeah,
whatever.
which that's where the scales will be in, the head for the scales will be in that building.
The building that they have now?
Yeah.
Or- oh, okay.
So they'll just,
The wiring for the scales will go there, and that's where they'll weigh, they'll have your ticket or whatever,
Yeah,
or what you weigh in and what you come out, and then there'll be the credit card thing there to,
yeah.
charge it to the account. Or charge
instead
it.
of mailing them a bill,
Yeah,
Right, they gotta pay
Pay-
when they.
pay.
that way,
pay as you go.
there's a pretty good chance you'll get your money that way.
Yeah.
Well, I make a motion, we accept the scales proposal.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded that we accept the sale proposal as presented, I guess. All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor.
We kind of need to have the numbers for our budget.
Yeah,
Now, there was some talk back along about putting a roof over that, so they don't have to shovel them off and everything. Remember we talked about?
we did talk about that, and I don't know, I'll ask Sharon about
Because
that.
then you'd have the weight of the snow and have to be taken off.
Well, we'll get paid more than.
Yeah. But if it's on there, when they come back around, it'll still be on there.
Right.
But there was some talk of that. And they seem to think it would be better for the, like for the scales.
Right. I'll ask her about that, because I don't think she.
Yeah.
You are.
I mean, it could be
I
almost
will
like a
include
whole barn type
Huh?
of thing.
Yeah. I'll ask, but I can't remember.
Yes.
Okay. Don't trust him.
We just come up with another question,
Oh, okay,
or,
okay.
so do we really wanna, do we accept it with, it is, and then if they make changes,
Well,
Well, if they make changes, we'll have to
We'll have to,
Yeah.
we'll
we need,
review it?
we need to have,
Well, this is just a site plan,
yeah.
Right.
We need to have real
Well-
numbers for our budget.
Right, because she's asking if we'll add it to a warrant article, so we'll have to have numbers for that anyway.
Might wanna be slightly over what they're saying, in case they run into an issue.
Well,
Yeah, and we would vote, because it said, would like each board to commit to the percentage of the cost that they will contribute, so,
What are they using for percentages? They haven't
Well-
talked about that. Was that the same as our trash percentages? or
I think it was the same as our trash percentages, but then it might be
A third,
a third, yeah. So, we'll ask that too. And I think that was one of the things she's asking, so,
but we really don't have to make that big decision,
right now, yeah.
maybe we can put it off to the next.
Yeah,
Except
because we meet again on the, what, the 20,
We got it on,
I mean, on the 18th.
we made a motion and seconded it.
Yeah,
But if we wanted to retract it, I guess if you you wanted to retract the motion, I could retract the second. If
You
that's
wanna
what
get
you.
more information first?
Well,
What?
I'm just saying,
You guys, well, your motion was to approve the scales,
The site plan.
the site plan,
Site plan.
site
Okay.
plan, yeah,
yeah,
okay.
for the scales,
And
okay,
I guess the site plan,
yeah.
we approve the site plan, doesn't matter at this point for the price, but we didn't know that.
Right, we're agreeing to put
We
the
agree
things
that,
where
yeah,
they say
this
they're
needs
gonna
to
put
be
them.
done,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Okay, and I'll ask what percentages they're talking about, the exact price, and about the roof, if they plan on doing
We got a motion on the floor here.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to accept the site plan for the Bethel Recycling Center. All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor.
In favor. You happy now?
that. Okay,
Anything else on,
not on that one.
all right. Comprehensive thing.
Yes.
How many people were we looking for, and all of these?
Well, these are the people that
Say
said they'd be on it. Mandy, myself, John Gochi, Amy, William Andrews, Jason Ahern, Ted, and Brooks. And I contacted MMA Legal, and we can have 2 planning board members on, because they're gonna be as separate people on separate boards. I sent you a copy of this email, didn't I? Oh, I was going to. I will.
The intent was there.
Yes. So anyway, they can do it,
These were there as citizens, done as,
right,
we just have to
As
be careful not
planning
to
board
talk
members.
planning board business.
right. So,
So how many people were we looking beyond that?
well, you could have as many as you want. Some, I was reading something today, but some towns have up to 15, but I don't think we need no 15, and I figure if people wanna, these are the people that said they'd be on the board. Other people, if they wanna come, we can listen to them and take their input, and,
So do we have 2 people on the planning board? Is that why you asked the question?
yes, John Gochi's on
Yep.
planning board, and Ted's on
Okay, yeah.
planning board, yeah. So,
You don't have 2 selectmen, but,
no, you don't need 2, you just need 1.
yeah.
And before, we had Steve White, Wendy, Sylvia Brooks, Phil Cook, and John Maloney, which John was Epcot, so we had 6 before.
So would it be better to have an odd?
And it doesn't matter, because you just work, there's no voting, really.
It's just a.
Once you get up with it, then,
It has to go to town meeting
Right.
anyway. Push comes to shove.
I'd say if we've got 8 people that are willing to do it, then I would say that I would make a motion that we accept the list of members.
I'll second that.
I'll vote in favor then.
Got a sheet for you to sign too.
You're bound to get 1 or 2 that won't be there.
Yeah, well, and it's gonna take a year
I
anyway,
was just gonna say.
at least a year. It does say a year to 2, but it depends how in-depth you wanna go. I don't think ours should take 2, but I'm just gonna say that out loud, because I might. But-
Depends on how many meetings you have and.
Yeah, and how much help AvCog will give us, so. But, so if you vote to appoint those people,
So I had a motion and it's been seconded to appoint this list of 8 people to serve on the
comprehensive plan.
implementation of the comprehensive plan board. All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor.
You're doing good.
Budget, what kind of,
Well, I'm gonna talk to AvCog about that one, so I'll have that.
okay.
Because another thing I read about it, some towns spent 15 grand, and some towns spent 70 grand, so, you know.
The only thing that I would think we need to, if we had to have some technical help
Yeah,
for the price.
we'll need technical help, 'cause I don't wanna run this board.
possible ordinance changes.
Yes, your next thing is from Joelle. She has the land use building code. We'll need a definition for bunk room added in section 5, a letter of compliance, language to clarify the letter must come from the developer or a property owner and the underlined edits. So that's your first one. The next one will be ordinance proposals, the road entrance ordinance. This ordinance was discovered to have never been voted on and passed a town meeting. It has been modernized and will be available for public hearing soon, and a vote for the, hopefully for the town meeting.
That's one thing I'd like to see added to that. It's not really entrances, but the road. At some point in time, we voted on this, but it never got recorded. But on some of these developments, the road between the pavement and the ditch line calls for 2 feet. And I had suggested, and we had voted on it, that if it's one of those places where you can't get a 4-to-1 slope because it's too steep, that it needs to be a 4-foot shoulder.
Was that part of your road committee thing?
I'm not sure where it was, but I remember, this was probably I was road commissioner at the time.
Okay,
But for some reason, it never got carried forward, and we agreed on it when we were having those meetings.
right.
And,
We'll look.
well, they've looked and they haven't been
found
able to
anything?
find anything. But I'd like to see that, because a 2-foot shoulder, if you've got a big steep bank, isn't much. If you've got any weight, it kicks out.
That would be a UDRO,
Is that what it is? I don't know, but
and that's where the road standards are for subdivisions and site plans. That would be an amendment to the UDRO.
you understand what I'm saying,
Yeah,
right?
I know exactly what you're saying.
And I don't know why it never got carried forward.
There's a section in the UDRO specifically for road construction.
And her other ordinance is a vacation rental ordinance. With numerous vacation rentals, NEWRY, it's time that we have some health and safety regulations for the property owner to follow. Trash, SSWW trash are 2 of the biggest concerns brought to her attention. Then parking on public ways and private roads. And so she's got that in here also for you guys to review. With the strikeouts and everything. I have sent these to the attorney, so. If you'd like us to proceed, wonderful.
So is this what she's proposing?
Yeah, you've got a copy of all 3 of them.
And you all have to go to a public hearing?
Yeah, we have to go there and then let's go to town meeting.
But they can all be done at the same.
Yes, yes.
I would think we'd want to kind of schedule those a little closer to the town meeting.
Yeah, well, we have to get them,
Oh, I know,
Well,
with all the paperwork.
yeah, we have to get it approved through, get the attorney's part, you guys' approval, get the clean sweep, and then public hearing.
So we had something before, or is this one that she copied from somebody?
The road entrance one, it was started before, I found it, and I said, how come we don't have this, because I was talking about somebody,
Well, we took a vote or had a public hearing about it, and I remember that there was some questions.
yeah, there might be questions, I wanna say it got voted down, maybe?
I almost think it did, because I think it was Norm Clinton, Dave Berry, and some of them that, it said something they wanted some more info, more something on it, I can't really remember now just what it was.
And the vacation rental ordinance is new. But the people would, it wouldn't be more inspections for her, this would be an affidavit that they'd have to sign. She had a copy of that in here. And,
Casey one, she must have borrowed this from somewhere
oh yeah,
else.
she's been working with a couple other places that have, towns that have stuff. Yeah,
Cause there's some red things here.
yeah, that means it's been, the attorney has read it. Can't read his little font, that's very good, but P.
So some things like the line, he's saying cross out and put different words
Yep.
in.
Yep.
I would think.
My biggest thing is who's gonna enforce all this?
Well, see, this is, that's why there's an affidavit for them to fill out. They send to us, every year that they don't, they're up to, shit, I had a copy of that, I think I did, I should give you that, but. Let's see again. Anyway, they'll have to fill out a form saying that they meet all safety, you know, they have egress windows and they have the windows and all that. And they'll pay us, I don't know, we charge them like $100 or $200 a year. And she wouldn't go there unless we had a complaint. Then it's not like she doesn't go and inspect them.
So if we do this, I mean, if we voted to have this ordinance, then they have to get all these affidavits from all these different people.
Yes. The ones that.
What's to force them to do that? Just the fact that we have the ordinance? They have to do it?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen with the guy that,
Doesn't.
I don't wanna tell everybody that I'm renting out the. two
Well, that's what we're
rooms
trying to
downstairs.
stop. But, yeah,
I mean.
some towns have a lottery every year, and they only let so many people do it. Just because you had it last year doesn't mean you get it this year. But I don't have a copy of that.
Well, I would have, this all's gotta come before the town anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
for a vote.
yeah. Yeah,
But all three of these have been sent to the attorney?
yes. And we haven't heard back on all of them, I don't think.
I was gonna say, some of them,
Well, it only looks like there's attorney notes on the,
On the, yeah, the new one, because it's,
Rental.
yeah. We're waiting on the other one, because he sent it to me. Well, Katz Figures is trying to retire, so his buddy Brandon is doing new stuff, so. But we're just trying to keep him busy.
well, I guess there's something for us to look at, now that we've actually got something in front of us, so.
So I'll be added to next times too? You guys-
well, yeah, because by then we should have the lawyers'
Yeah,
feedback.
yeah. Okay. I don't have any budget stuff, because I think we had all these ordinances, so next week we'll have budget stuff, so as I'm working on it.
So you're gonna have the lawyer come, but that would be at a public hearing type thing. no?
Well, the lawyer won't come,
But
he
will
goes over the
look at it.
ordinances, yeah, yes, yes,
You already had this one,
yes.
but we got,
But if you have any questions on it, say you go home and decide to read it, in your spare time,
what chances of that?
I'm just saying. And if you come up with a question, send it to us and we can send it to him too.
Maybe I'll take it with me tomorrow when I'm going over the ferry, I'll go to
Oh,
the
there you
island
go.
tomorrow, I'll have a
Yeah.
chance to read it.
Yeah,
Got an hour and 15 minutes.
oh, there you go. I'd give you all kinds of stuff to read right there.
There is a lot.
Yes, but yeah. So, we'll just reinforce that it's okay for the attorney to give his 2 cents, 10 cents. Moving forward from there. I'll bring it back to next meeting. Okay. Well, audit is coming next week, so I'll see how much I get done on the budget. So, yeah, because the next meeting's what, the 18th? Yep. So, we'll have the, interlocal agreement to talk about next meeting, the 3 ordinances. And some budget stuff, and what else comes down.
I have a Medcan meeting next Wednesday,
Okay.
not tomorrow, but week from tomorrow. If there's anything anybody wants to bring up, wants me to bring up.
It's not that been busy with these.
Think there is, but I've already got the budget pretty well.
Right,
What the fees will be charged will be.
right. That only went up a buck, though.
What's that?
It only went up a buck.
Yeah, they didn't want much.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna go up 3 for some reason, but,
Well, they had talked about 3, but then we saved a little money.
we did, I guess. I was thinking 3, so I was almost put in my budget that way, and then I read the paper
If
again.
that's the case, and it's.
Well, you know what, maybe you should message them and ask, so we don't get a bill
Later on,
like the county did,
yeah,
Yeah, that was.
just in case.
yeah,
I'll bring that up.
okay.
Because one of the problems is that they're on a different.
Yes,
They're on a different.
they're on a calendar year,
They're on a calendar
Yes.
year and we're not, but.
yeah. Right. Okay.
So does she leave anything for code and officer, road committee, or is this it?
All that's from her, and there was no, she did give a verbal, warning to somebody on Valley View for parking on the road. They did plow around, so, she went to us, knocked on the door. So the next time we'll be towed, who's crossing, following them towed there more, so.
You know, that's a private road, it could be a little
That's
touchy
town
if we
road.
have it towed.
That's
Oh,
town
Valley
road.
View, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I was thinking of it, yeah.
Well, the lady didn't want to park her down there, she didn't like it, too steep. Yeah. Oh, well.
Well, I know somebody who didn't want to drive across their
Me
driveway.
too, yeah, she walked. Crazy woman, I told her to drive.
I drove the bus across.
Did you?
I said, well, worst case scenario, I'll have Pete come pull me out.
Yeah. Ooh, my, she did say she walked.
Deputy clerk has nothing.
I do. Dog registration is now closed, so anyone who's registering their dogs as of February 1st is an automatic $25 late fee. And we are starting to receive payments for the second half of March 31st tax bill.
That's that. Well, thank you, Deputy Clerk.
So Master Selectman.
Now do we have town administrator's report?
You do. We got the prediction for the FY '26 revenue sharing, and we're gonna get a whopping 25,245.82, which is less than what we were supposed to get this year at 28,903. Not quite sure why we're less, but that's okay.
What is this for?
Revenue sharing, state gives us money every year.
We should probably just be happy with it.
Yeah. And then we got a request from First Light to have our payments made ACH. Didn't know if you guys had a problem with that, which is our phone. Instead of,
So you change it back to them or whatever?
the phones have, well, it's a real pain, okay? We
Well,
have to have.
I'm just trying to
I
figure
know.
out what,
We have First Light, which is our
Local number.
local number. They have to forward it to Ring Central. So when I call you from here, it shows 1-800 blah blah blah. It's not even our 824-3123. But we have to pay First Light to keep that 824-3123.
and then the 2 phones at the firehouse.
Yeah,
So by ACHing it, they'll save postage.
So wouldn't we be somehow better off just to go back and let them, the way we used to be?
then we don't have the voicemail and stuff, because I don't think they can do that right now. I was
You'd
going,
have to have your own,
yes,
you'd have to get answering machines that
Right.
might not work.
yeah.
Personally, it doesn't have voicemail.
Last I knew, they don't,
They don't offer it in their package.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit shows that.
So I was gonna check with Spectrum when, because they're coming through, but I haven't done that yet.
They're like the fiber optic, we're the leader of
I
the world,
know.
and you don't have friggin' voicemail?
Right, they didn't.
That's about the most ridiculous
So
thing I've ever.
I can ask them again, just to see what they tell me this time. But, yeah.
We're gonna see more and more companies requesting payment by
By
ACH.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, I understand that.
yeah.
And it's not hard to do,
Right.
it's just, you know, we've gotta make sure we have a plan implemented on the steps we take before we let them, before we pay them that.
Right. Well, as we're having an issue right now with our, what's one, Pitney Bowes, our lease for the postage thing. Payment was supposed to come out yesterday, it was declined,
No, it failed.
failed, yeah, it's failed, not declined.
But
It wasn't declined, it was failed. So I looked to see if everything was in there right, it is, so I've got a case calling to them,
But this happened in November too with them.
yeah, so,
So ACH will be easy because right from
right,
the warrant, when I just upload the ACH file to the bank and they send the check up.
yeah,
Or send it, they,
Right, they
don't,
Yeah,
they wire it or whatever they do.
right, yeah.
yeah, it's like a transfer.
So, First Light is asking, they'd like us to do that way, and I would like to do Pitney Bowes that way also.
I think you should do as many that way as you can, personally.
Saves on writing checks.
And it also saves on postage, which is.
And sometimes, some businesses you save money if you pay that way.
Yeah.
Right.
But not all. And let's see. We will be closed on February 17th because it's President's Day.
So there's one day that you're gonna be.
The
taking
25th,
quiet.
we need to close at noon because we have to go to training. But we have a meeting on the 18th. Are we doing, what time day?
I think that is vacation, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Coming up. I,
You might be.
well, I still know we're gonna be doing Gould, because Gould's still going.
Right,
So
so you
I'll
will be doing the basketball? I'm sure they're in tournament.
Skiing, take them up to the mountain.
Right, but the basketball will have tournament,
It could be going on.
so I don't know, I didn't know what time of day you wanted that. You tell me.
Well, I could've made 9 o'clock this time, but I had to go see Dracula.
Yeah, I know, you said.
Suck some blood out. I told her Cindy, I told her, just take the bad blood. I mean, take the good blood this time, so I don't have bad things I have to go more doctors for.
That's right.
That's what screwed me today.
Yeah, yeah, that happens.
So you guys wanna stay at 5, or you wanna go at 9, I don't care. If something comes up, we'll just have to change it for each other, I guess, I don't know, but.
Does not matter to me, I kinda like the 9 o'clock, so I have the whole rest of the day to do whatever, but.
Makes no difference to me.
I just wrote 9 and 8 on my paper, so I guess it's 9.
9 it is.
Wasn't
Well, when
snowing.
you drive Gould kids, what time you get them?
I would be back here at 9 o'clock, cause I pick them up at 8 and 8:30.
Yeah,
So it'd give me 15 minutes to get up, and get back. I just bring the bus
oh,
from
right.
out.
Weather depending.
No, we have to, we could wait.
Well, if it's
10 minutes
9:05
again.
or
Right.
9:15, it's.
Right.
That's the only thing I know of right now that I'll have,
Well, you have time to change your mind, I guess.
And if you have to change it, you have to change it, it does not work out.
It's an 8.
So we're gonna go with 9?
Over 9. And I will make a motion, we adjourn this meeting at 5:54.
I'll second it. It's been moved and seconded that we close it 5:54. All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor, that clock is wrong.
We can't keep that clock right every time we change it.
Yeah.